Cannon Planning. This is Wendy, and I'm excited to be joining you guys today. I am joining you with a little bit of a headache. I've been fighting it all weekend long, so forgive me if I get a little twisted over my words. But thank you so much for joining me along the way. I am both live on my business page and over on YouTube. So if you have a desire to go and check out other things, you can find this same video over there. All right, you guys, we have been talking all about this month, back to basics with your business. We have been talking about doing a brain dump. We have talked about organizing your to-do list. We have talked about, oh goodness, what else? Weekly planning. We talked about weekly planning last week. This week, we are going to dive into talking a little bit about the Pomodoro technique. I'm not going to go in a lot of detail about what it is or where it came from, the history of it. That's in my time management class. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that, but what I really want to dive into today and talk about is how a timer can change your day. I use this little beauty right here as a great way for me to, obviously not as a clock because it's 10 minutes off, but I use it as a way to really manage my time throughout the day. And so I want to talk about a couple of things that it can help with. It is also that time of year where I realize I need a shade on the window right here because it just blinds me. So we're going to talk about 3 things that a timer can help you with. The first is curbing your overwhelm. So here's what happens when you take time to set a timer. It gives you permission to focus. And if you are super busy, having a lot of things going on in your life, you have a lot of distractions, you have a lot of extra hats that you are wearing, then this allows you to spend time really focused in what you are doing. When you spend time being super hyper focused in what you are wanting to accomplish, you will find that you'll be able to get a lot more done. The second thing that having a timer helps is it beats frustration. So I don't know about you, but do you ever feel like there's not enough hours in the day, not enough time for you to be able to accomplish all the things that you want to accomplish, and you get frustrated when you realize that you are not able to get everything that you want to get done? Guaranteed you are probably a busy mom like me, or you have a lot of obligations that you have to attend to. And when you do that, you have this overwhelming feeling like, oh my gosh, I did not get everything done during the day. So when you take time to set a timer, you know, and you're focused during that timer time, you know that you have done all that you can do. Like you could not squeeze more out of that lemon. Like that lemon is had its limit, right? You're not going to be able to get anything more out of it. So setting a timer helps you to beat that frustration because you were able to be focused and productive during that specific time frame. The next thing that it helps you do is it helps you to fight distractions. So I have a little one. He is 9 years old. And during the summer and during breaks, we put into practice the timer. And he knows that when I set the timer, and I use a Pomodoro method. So when I set the timer, he has 30 minutes that he has to wait until he can ask me a question or to get him something or to grab a snack or something of that nature. And he knows when that timer goes off, okay, mom's good. I can come and ask her a question. This is something that it took a long time to train him into doing. And sometimes it's a long time between breaks. And so we have to have some retraining. But it has come to the point now where he knows that when the timer's going, that is mom's work time. And he has to wait till the timer comes off. And then he can come and ask me any question that he wants to ask me. So this helps in fighting distractions. So during that time frame, you turn off all of your notifications. You set aside all of the extra things that you have going on. If you do not have folders set up on your browser, I highly recommend that you do that. And then when you are working specifically in a Pomodoro, please only have the one thing that you are working on open at a time. It will help you to be able to curb those distractions of notifications popping up and all of those things. So last week, when we were talking about how to fit the to-do list into your schedule, we talked about having a time inventory. Now, I want to go back really quickly and show you 3 examples of how you can do a time inventory, and that will lead us into also how you can schedule your blocks of time so that you can work them for a Pomodoro. So the first one that I want to share with you guys is the block hourly. This is in the extra large version. This was actually from a couple of years ago, but you can kind of see the way that it's laid out. So you can do a time inventory and really track what you're doing for each hour of the day throughout the hours and beyond, so that you can see what it is that you actually accomplished that day. Another one that I like to use for time inventory purpose is the daily hourly. As you can see, I actually was participating in a time inventory here, so I could kind of see how long it was taking me to do what kind of tasks. One of the other inserts that we have available, I do not have access to it, so I wanted to share it with you quickly. This is the Perfect Daily. In the Perfect Daily, it gives you block sections of time that you could do a time inventory in, but it also allows you to write yourself a daily affirmation, things that you want to accomplish, like your top 3 or your next 3, and then any notes that you have. So this gives you a lot of opportunity to kind of do a lot of different things with one kind of insert. The purpose of a time inventory is so that you know how long it takes you to actually complete a task. So when you know that amount of time, you can go in and start participating in one of my favorite time management tips, which is a Pomodoro method. This is a great technique for curbing distractions, using a timer, and really being hyper focused. If you do follow the 12-week year and you have use such things as strategic blocks that Brian Moran talks about in his book, this is a great way to incorporate that, the Pomodoro method. So let me give you a brief overview of how you do it. It's intended to be 25 minutes and 5 minutes, but I, again, love this timer. This timer has 5, 15, 30, 45, and 60 minutes. So I actually use the 30 and the 5. This works great for me. It fits well into my schedule and my focus time. If you are not able to focus for more than 30 minutes at a time, you could use a 15-minute timer, even a 10-minute timer, and work on a task for 10 to 15 minutes. If you know your time limits and how long it takes you to do things, you can, based from your time inventory, you can move those blocks of times into a specific Pomodoro. So if you are potentially working on content planning and you know that it takes you 30 minutes to create 7 graphics for your content, then you would set a Pomodoro, and for 30 minutes, you would do nothing but work on your graphics for your week of content. This is the purpose of a Pomodoro. So you're going to set a timer and work, and then you would take a 5-minute break. Now, what I love about the 5-minute breaks is that these are perfect times for you to walk away from your computer. Something that you can do during a 5-minute break is fold laundry, put a new load of laundry in, wash a sink of dishes, clean your toilet. If you are a stay-at-home mom and you're trying to figure out how to work in chores and your business, this is a great way to be able to do it. The other thing that's great about a 5-minute break in a Pomodoro is you get to walk away from your computer, let the thoughts settle. Many times when we are working on a project, we get so deep into it that we don't really take time to reflect on what we've been accomplishing, or maybe we want to have some different ideas come to us, and walking away allows you to be able to do that. So then you would set your timer again, work on the next 30 minutes. Maybe in that 30 minutes, you're going to write the copy and schedule those graphics. So in an hour, you've done your content planning for the full month or for the full week. Then you're going to take a 5-minute break. You're going to do this 4 times. At the end of 4 times, you're going to take a longer break, 30 minutes, 25 minutes, hour. For me, I do a 30-minute time or a 2-hour time block in the morning, and then I have lunch, and then I do a 2 to 3 hour time block in the afternoon. So it's 35, 35, 35, 35, and then I take lunch. Okay. And then the same thing would happen at the end of the day, but I would do 6 Pomodoros as opposed to 4. All right. So that is how you utilize this timer. If you're interested in checking out this timer, you can grab it. It's in the link above or in the link in the information on the YouTube channel if you're watching me there. But really, this is an opportunity for you to utilize a technique that helps you to manage your time a little bit better. This is a little bit shorter video than I normally do, but really using a timer really drives home being able to curb your overwhelm, beat the frustration of realizing that you're doing all that you can do in the allotted time that you have, and finding a way for you to fight distractions and really be hyper focused on what it is that you want to accomplish. If you are in the business to build goals, develop habits, or manage your tasks using a paper planner, hang out here with me, Cannon Planning, and follow me for more. See you next time, friends.